Hi, welcome to my channel. Um, I thought today I'm going to do something a bit different. Um, I saw something very interesting, well, what I thought was interesting on my travels on the internet. I saw it and I thought I have to try it. It's paper netting. I came across a channel on YouTube by Francisca Nunes, Nunes. I'll link her channel in the info box down below. And she did this. This is made from paper, hence the paper netting, and sewing. I know there is different ways of doing it, but I was particularly interested in the sewing. So I thought I have a go at that. Now, this particular paper is just a bit on the thin side. Well, I thought it was a bit thin. It's basically just a page from a coloring book, which I cut down and then I did some sewing on it. But I've got some here. They're a bit thicker. So I thought I'd try this one here. That's the blue. That's from one of my magazines. So I shall try that and see how we go. See if it's any better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and I'm basically just going to crisscross sew this down. So this is going to be a little bit noisy, but we'll try it anyway, shall we? Let's have a look. How noisy is it? It's a good idea, so she says, to leave it a little bit, to go a little bit out of it. Okay. And then turn it. No real measure, I don't think. I mean, you know, you can make it as wide, or I'm holding my phone, so it's slightly, so I don't have my, oh, let's move it that way a bit. So I'm going to finish this off, going right across all the time, and then I shall be back. So I've done the stitching now. Like I said, you go that way and then that way. Now here I've got a bowl of warm water, lukewarm water. It doesn't have to be hot, but it shouldn't be cold. So let's see if what happens, if this works out like it should. Because the one with the paper that I did, that went very quickly indeed to what it was meant to do. But this obviously is a bit thicker. There we go. Just a little bit of zhuzhing. Now you can do it as much or as little as you like. It is entirely up to you. So yeah, I can see that the thicker paper is a bit more difficult to work with than the thinner stuff. So let me have a look. It is not bad, really. You can still poke out some if you like. This is obviously, no, this is not. So you can, as I said, you can still pull out some. Or if you just crunch it up. Some will definitely come out. It just depends on how much you want, not anybody else. So we now leave that to dry. That's all it takes. I mean, you can use a hairdryer, obviously. Oh, that's much better. At this point, it is actually still quite fragile. The next step, after it has dried, that is going to be the one that makes it a bit more sturdy. Not hugely, just a little bit more. So we're going to leave that to dry, and then I will show you the next step. So this is now dry-ish. I did use a hairdryer on it just for the demonstration purposes. Cover your work surface with plastic, or like I have here with a plastic document sleeve. Straighten out as much as you like, or not like, whichever one you want to do. Now I'm going to use white gesso because that is what I have. You can, of course, if you want to do it on the other side where the picture is, you can, of course, use clear gesso if that is what you've got. I keep saying every time I do something like this, I must buy some gesso, some clear gesso, and I'm just weirdly never do. Right, so then we just put some gesso on it. I mean, this is not a quick project by any kind of by any means because of the drying times, and I don't want to risk bubbling the gesso, so that's why I don't use a hairdryer, to be honest. But I do love a messy project. So this is why I'm enjoying this so much. I'm yet to work out what I'm going to do with it, but I'm sure I can come up with something. Francisca Nunes, she shows what she gives examples of what you could do with this. So if you are wondering, then pop over to her channel to take a look. But I'm trying to think of what I could do. So this is it now. I'm leaving this to dry. This is probably going to, because I don't want to use, like I said, I don't want to use a hairdryer or a heat tool on this. So I don't really want it to bubble or anything. So I'm going to leave this overnight, and I'm going to see if I can use the one that I've made before to come up with something, how to apply it, how to use it. We shall see. So now this is the one I did before. Now I'm going to see if I can try and use this in my journal. And this is from my holiday. This is like one of the pages. So this is my grandson colored this in, so I thought I'd use this. We'll cut it. I think I'm going to use it as a background, I think, she says. Right, so it's a bit, I'll do it like that. And I'll cut it here, just straight down the middle of one of these, I don't know, channels, I suppose you can call it. Do a bit of a crunch, because it's a lot firmer than, right, and I'll think, if in doubt, birds always good. And I'm going to find me a bird that I would like. Not these, let me, not those. No, 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 it's too small. No. Huh. Possibly. There's a blue from the blue. Too big, too ugly, too whatever. Too small. No. Ah! How about that one? A kingfisher, which happens to be one of my favorite birds. So let's use that, which is then also reflects on the blue, but obviously, so I need the background, and I'm going to use some botanicals for that, I think. How about this? Let's see. These are real botanicals from my garden. Pressed over the summer as, oh, how's that look? A bit higher up, I think. Might do a little, oh, I've got some Edelweiss to go down here. Yeah, that's what I do. When I do botanicals, I don't use ordinary glue. I have found that, Mod Podge is one of the really good to use for that. So I tend to use normal, what I call ordinary glues, but I find Mod Podge easy for botanicals. So I'll just glue that on. Not huge. Couple of dollops. Get this onto the page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the bird onto, situate the bird first, like that. Okay, so that will go on there. So Mod Podge it on. I suppose the Mod Podge is because it gets used in decoupage, does it not? So although it's not an actual, this particular one is not the actual Mod Podge, and I don't mind the shine either, so that's not a problem for me at all. So that goes on there. So now I need to just get that behind. Do another just to check. And of course everything moves when you don't want it to. Right, that's fine. So now I'm going to use this one for the bird. Yes, I mix my glue. I know. It's probably not what people should be doing. Let's push this down a bit and slide it in. There now. Okay. I think I need to find something for up there. I'm not sure what I'm going to put up there. Maybe I'll do another botanical. Right, so maybe I'll do, I know what I'm going to do with that, I think. Right, let's put that on. Put that there. Scissors so I can cut off the overhang. Like that. And then as I said, I don't mind the bit of shine that you get from, it's okay. Alright, so that goes on there. And let me just have a look if I have anything remotely suitable to put up there. I need something like a moon or something, or a sun or something would be really nice, but do I have anything? What would this look like? That would just look really random, wouldn't it? You can't just stick. Mind you, leave that there for a minute. Rose, no. No. I'll just leave it as is what I think. But yeah, so this is one way of using your paper lace, paper. Well, I hope you give it a try, because I saw it and I had to try it. Bye-bye.